Kamusta there, guys. What is up? It is the Draxix dude here. And today we are going to be taking on a big topic here in the gaming community, especially when it comes to YouTube. By especially, I mean mostly YouTube, but I can see where a lot of these elements go for and along with Twitch. And the biggest problem about this platform is there's a lot of content creators who probably, I would say, enjoy what they do, maybe not the way they do it, though. I don't know this personally because I've only talked to maybe a couple different YouTubers. I'm not really that interactive with other YouTubers, mainly because I see them as competition, but also at the same time I don't really want to reach out to people. If they want to reach out to me, by all means, my Discord is obviously open to everybody. Everybody can join that said Discord. And personally, I would love to talk to other creators, maybe get some ideas off of them, maybe just rub some ideas together, by all means. But usually I do not like talking to other people. But maybe I'm going on to something here. I really dislike this idea of chasing views. And don't get me wrong, I've played with the idea of just messing around and, you know, going to what the masses use and what they do. This idea of pandering for views until I get big enough that I can actually make content that I enjoy. Maybe change the system a little bit in that aspect. And don't get me wrong, I've thought about that, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not saying that I will never do that, but I want to prove to everybody who watches my content that I am 100% real. I'm going to tell you the way I see it, and there's a lot of people who don't like my viewpoints about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, especially the 2019 version. I really like that game, and there's a lot of people who don't really agree with that, and that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. But I could also be making multiple videos about how horrible the game is and just reporting on bugs every 5 to 10 minutes, because obviously AAA titles have bugs. Anybody can tell you that. Anybody can walk into a game and find an issue with a AAA title nowadays. It's not whether we like it or not, these gaming titles do not, they're not polished the way they used to be. And I'm not gonna go on a rant acting like an old man being like, oh, back when I was a boy. That's not how this is not how this channel works. I don't believe this is how the channel works, and I don't want it to work like this because it just isn't right for you guys, the viewers, the people who just click on my videos and not get my entire opinion about these games. But I also don't want to sound like an out-of-touch 90-year-old boomer here. And personally, there's a lot of issues with gaming today that I really want to address in a future video, and I'm sure it's going to be a long time coming. I'm going to think about making the video for a while. I'll end up not making the video until next year or something, mainly because that's just how I work and how I operate. I think about these videos months in advance. Most of them, not all, but I think about most of these videos out in advance. I don't really make a script for this stuff, but I also would like to actually think about what I'm going to say before I say it. And I know that sounds really weird considering most of my commentaries are straight off the hip, mainly because I kind of want to get that halfway point where I have ideas to think about, but I also kind of want to sound, you know, kind of genuine when it comes to speaking in a clear voice. And I know that I may not have the best commentating voice, and that's fine. Most people don't really have a great commentating voice, but it's the ideas that come out of it, and the way they portray themselves is another reason why people get bigger on YouTube that maybe do not have that amazing, sexy commentating voice. And there's a lot of people I've talked to in the last couple of years that I'm like, yeah, you could be a YouTuber. You have that it factor. You have that oomph. But they don't have the same drive. And there's a lot of content creators on this brand that are just doing it because, well, I mean, I got big off of one video and I might as well capitalize on it. And I don't think that's how YouTube should work. And that ties into the whole chasing views. And it creates these really out of the bubble, out of the loop content creators like Mr. Boss for the loss. Mr. Boss for the win. I swear, these content creators don't care about the future of YouTube. They don't care about the future of video production. They certainly don't care about themselves, the way they portray themselves. Who watches Mr. Boss for the win? And please tell me, explain to me why you watch him. Because I am confused. I'm flabbergasted. Honestly, the fact that I said flabbergasted in a video should make you understand why I don't understand it. But Allier, oh my god, I could make an entire video, and I'm sure this will be portrayed as bullying like YouTube says. I can't say anything bad about other people because that's just mean and rude. I don't want to make this video flag because I'm calling out certain YouTubers because I don't want to go down that path, and I'm not really a making fun of YouTube commentary style of content creator, because honestly I'd stumble through the whole thing and it wouldn't really be much of substance coming out, as little as I already talk about. But if you do enjoy like people making fun of other content creators, I strongly insist you check out a guy named Combat Wombat. He has a pretty sexy voice, I gotta admit. I'd probably do his voice, but anywho, but I'm sure a lot of his content is chasing views. Obviously, he makes content about bigger YouTubers, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure that's not entirely the case. I'm sure it has a little bit of way in what he makes, but I'm sure he enjoys what he does, because the way he commentates, it's genuine. It makes me feel like I'm actually listening to a person of substance. Like, you're not just saying shit to just say it and move on and make a joke or even just having fun. That's the idea of YouTube, is to have fun, make some new friends, maybe find a group or two that you become accustomed to. That's what YouTube is all about. And I know there's a lot of people that want to turn this into their full-time career. Okay? I understand that. Because, I mean, you're making a couple videos, you want to talk about your opinions. There's a lot of people and a lot of jobs out there that you just are able to be able to express yourselves in different ways. Something that we haven't been able to do for the last 50 years, 100 years, multiple decades, centuries, that you're able to actually just speak your mind and have people just flock to you without being on a street corner with a megaphone, huh? This is why YouTube is such a big platform, because it gives people this pedestal that you're able to just get people to come together and just show that there are other people like you. And that's what YouTube is all about, truly. And I'm sure I'm going to make a couple different videos like this with different topics and all that, but I do want to get this as a basis, a straight basis of the idea of YouTube chasing views. Tell me what you guys think here in the comment section down below, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later.